welcome to the Next in Line podcast, where we are helping to prepare you for whatever is next in line. As always, I'm your host, Chance Pitts, and I'd like to thank you for tuning in to this podcast. Guys, so first, a little bit of housekeeping. If you like what's being said here, if you think we're providing a little bit of value for y'all, please help us with that value exchange and share this with like-minded people, or share this with people that you think it would help or benefit. Guys, as always, you can reach us on social media at Next in Line Development on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter. You can find us online now. We got the website up and going at nextinlinedevelopment.com. You can shoot us an email or a message there. Check it out. We'll get some merch uploaded here pretty soon. Guys, so what I want to talk to y'all about today is a couple different topics. One, gym etiquette, but also the power of making mature decisions and what it can do for your life. So guys, anybody that ever goes to the gym or has been to the gym or habitual gym goer at any point in their life knows that there's a certain amount of gym etiquette that goes on every time you're in there. You should know these things, or else people are going to kind of look at you funny. So firstly, just a few. This isn't all of them. If you got some more and you'd like to add on, by all means, tag it into the comment section. But guys, just in general, whenever you go in there, wipe down the equipment. Don't hog the equipment for an extended amount of time. Respect other people's personal space. Plan your workouts ahead of time so you're not wasting time. And then lastly, and most important, respect other people's time. And that directly ties into a story that I want to tell y'all from today. So today I got up. It's day 44 of my 75-day hard challenge, or program. I apologize. It's not a challenge. It is a program. But guys, it is day 44 for me. I decided to implement, instead of a 3-day workout rotation that I've been working on, I'm doing a 5-day and adding in an ab day and a Murph day. So naturally today was Murph day, and I am definitely feeling it. But I got to the gym early today, guys, started working hard. Got in there, ran my first mile, was feeling a little bit tired from yesterday. Definitely feeling that. So whenever it came time to get into the push-ups, pull-ups, and air squats, I was really feeling it. Dove right in, got it knocked out, felt good by the end of it, and then got ready to run my next mile and really pushed through it. Ended up finishing right about 50 minutes flat, about 4 minutes longer than my first one that I did in this group of Murphs added into my exercise routine. But I was feeling good. Got things moving this morning, got the first workout knocked out, was making great time. Going to be at work ahead of schedule for the meeting that I had on the books for the morning. And whenever I finished, I came back and wiped down the treadmill and took care of the gym etiquette like we just talked about. And I went to put my plate carrier, because you do the Murph in a 20-pound vest. I put my plate carrier in the truck, went back to grab my bag, and headed towards the gym restrooms. So for guys, just for kind of perspective on this story, for guys at this gym, there is a restroom without a shower, and then there is a restroom with a shower. Those are the only two available for guys to use. And there's a trainer in there working with people right off the bat. So naturally, I couldn't just dive into the women's restroom and shower. Not that I think that's a good idea anyway. I think it brings up a whole other variety of things, and I don't think it's fair to make somebody wait on me whenever I'm not even supposed to be in that bathroom. But regardless of that, wouldn't you know it, as soon as I start heading that way, a guy that hasn't worked out yet comes straight in with his bag. And even though both restrooms are empty, which one does he go to? The one with the shower. And I'm like, okay, whatever, it's fine. An extra 10 minutes for this guy to take care of business in the morning. I get it. I understand. I'm the same way. Get that knocked out. Give me an opportunity to get in there, shower, still be on time for work, whatever, cool. So 10 minutes go by, and I'm starting to kind of question what's going on. I'm like, okay, this guy's should be getting done pretty quick. Then 20 minutes go by, and I'm starting to get kind of frustrated, and I knock on the door just to kind of the old, is everything okay in there kind of thing. And no response. So then 30 minutes goes by, and I've knocked on the door a couple more times at this point with no response. So I'm starting to get pretty frustrated with the situation. And what happens next is I make a conscious and mature decision. At the 45-minute mark, after knocking on the door several times, no response, this guy has no intentions of leaving this bathroom anytime soon. I decide that rather than wait for him to come out and ask him, what in the hell is your problem? I decide that I will hit a different gym, because there's gyms of that branding across town, and I can hit another one about 10 minutes on the other side of work. I can get my shower, be just a touch late to work, still make it on time for the meeting, and be ready to go. So that's what I decided to do, and that's what I did, because I didn't think the consequences on the other side were worth it. That mature decision avoided a few things that could have happened. One, I could have got kind of upset with this guy whenever he came out, or said something to him smart, and we could have gotten in some kind of altercation, and it could have definitely gotten some kind of bigger trouble. At the very least, it would have been the result of the loss of my gym membership, and I'd have to find a new place to work out, and it would throw off my routine in a big way that way. And then at the very least, I would have just wasted more time standing there waiting for him, and that's what I was upset about in the get-go, was that he was wasting my time. And guys, as you get to know me in these podcasts, you'll realize that the biggest thing you can do to annoy me, my biggest pet peeve, is when my time is wasted. I cannot stand it. I absolutely hate it. And I think that's a really good metric and a really good segue to get into my definition of maturity. I think everybody kind of knows what it is to be mature, start showing some patience, some different things like that, being the bigger man, if you will, in situations. But I'd like to throw a different perspective, a different definition of mature out there for you to think about. And that definition is understanding the true value of your time. Let me say that one more time. Maturity is understanding the true value of your time. Now, when you think about it, it makes sense that people make the decisions that they do out of maturity, because they care about and they are worried about their time and how it is used. So whenever you think about it from that standpoint, it starts to make a lot more sense. And whenever you start making mature decisions, you start to get a domino effect in your life. So for instance, moving away from time a little bit, well, I guess not so much moving away from time, but how you're using that time. I decided to get up, get out of bed, and go to the gym. So by going to the gym, I feel better about myself and I'm working out. And hand in hand, whenever I'm working out and burning those calories, I don't want to have bad food or crappy food entering my body and destroying the progress that I've made. So I'm going to make better decisions in my diet. Whenever I'm making better decisions in my diet and going to the gym, I start to look better. So I decide that I need to dress better. I need to appear better, because I want people to know that I am not the same way I used to be. I'm making progress. So I start dressing better. And whenever I start dressing better, I care more about the aesthetics of everything around me, and I care more about the quality of everything around me. So whenever I take those in consideration, next thing you know, my organization skills are better. My truck's cleaner. My house is cleaner. My everyday life has less wasted time in it. I start to do my job better. And then you start looking around and everything in your life is leveling up. And not only that, but the people around you are starting to level up with you, because they are seeing the wildfire that is spreading through you, and it's becoming contagious, and it's moving to them. And pretty soon you're surrounded by people that are making progress just like you and wanting to improve themselves, also because you don't allow people of lesser quality to maintain a spot in your life. And it's just like the power of attraction that you always hear people talking about. If you're hanging out with losers and you're hanging out with people that do not pay into what you're trying to do with your life, and they do not encourage the success and growth of you as a person, and you're not doing that for them as well, then you're going to be a loser if you're hanging out with those people. If you're hanging out with people that want the best for you, they want to see you succeed, and you genuinely care about them and want them to succeed, winners breed winners as well. You're going to be surrounded by good people, and you're going to make good decisions and good progress within your life. So I also want to talk about, back to the main topic we were talking about with understanding the true value of your time through maturity. Why do we go to work? So when we go to work, it's arguable that we go to work to earn a paycheck so we can get money. But more importantly than that, what do we buy with the money that we receive from work? Essentially, we buy time. And if you think about it, with time as a commodity, yes, you go to work and you You go so you can afford a nice car, or you can afford that guitar that you've been wanting, or you can afford this game or this toy or whatever material item you can say. But what you're really buying is not that item. You're buying time with that item, because that item already exists somewhere else. You just don't have any time with it because you can't afford it. But what you're doing is you are using that currency. You're spending your time to earn the currency that allows you to buy time. Whenever you're going out with your family, you're taking PTO, paid time off, or personal time off. The value exchange is still time. And then whenever you're done with it, you share all the experiences and you show the pictures to your friends of what you did with your time. So everything comes back to that time and how valuable it is. And that just reinforces that definition of maturity being, is the ability for you to understand the true value of your time. And there's a great analogy out there. I don't know who came up with this analogy. If I can, I'll put it in the show notes. But it's called the $86,400 analogy. So essentially what this analogy is that every single day when you wake up from this point forward, you'll have $86,400 in your bank account. Regardless of if you spend it all, or if you spend half of it, or if you don't touch it, the next day you will wake up with $86,400 in the account. Now, the trick is that at some point, one day, you're going to wake up and there's not going to be any money left in your account. So, what is every rational person going to do? They're going to spend that money like it's going out of style. They're going to take care of themselves, their family. They're going to spread joy to other people. They're going to be a blessing in other people's lives. And they're going to distribute what they can to help whoever they can and make the most of the money. Because at the end of the day, you know that whether you spend it or not, it's just going to disappear. So you aren't going to waste it. You are going to make the absolute most of that money every single day. So that's where the comparison happens, because there are 86,400 seconds in every single day. So now that you know that there are 86,400 seconds in every single day, what are you going to do with that time? Why would you waste it? Why would you let it go to the wayside? Or why would you let it just disappear and let tomorrow refill and you just wasted away so much valuable time? So why don't you use that time to impact other people, impact yourself, make yourself better, spend time progressing and developing, blessing people in your life and people that are around you with the time that you are given. So, guys, I know that's a little bit of a cheesy analogy, but it works. It's very true. It kind of changed my perspective on a lot of different things. And with that, guys, remember, we said maturity is understanding the true value of time and what it's worth. So with that, I ask you, with a new perspective in mind, how mature are you? Guys, thank y'all for tuning into this episode of the Next in Line podcast. As always, you can reach us on social media at Next in Line Development. That's Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. You can catch us on the web at nextinlinedevelopment.com. Shoot us a message or an email. Make sure you like, share, comment. Let us know how we're doing. We're going to have these posted up on iTunes and Spotify soon, so please leave us a comment, leave us a rating, let us know how we're doing. And guys, always make sure you're prepared for whatever is next in line.